So if you're gonna record acoustic guitar, should you use a small diaphragm condenser mic or a large diaphragm condenser mic? Let's find out. What's up, my name is Nick from The Future Musician, and before we go on, make sure to hit the like and the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on anything. It would help me out a lot. So I have been recording acoustic guitar for quite a while now, and for most of the time I've just used a large diaphragm condenser mic because it was one of the best mics I had. But I ordered a small diaphragm condenser mic and I was just curious what would sound better on an acoustic guitar. So I've got my Martin DRS-1 here. It's got some fresh strings on it, and I'm just gonna record a song I just recorded. It's a cover by Dan and Shay. New song, and I'm just gonna record a few different acoustic guitar parts. So I'm gonna do a strumming part, I'm gonna do a part where I just play single notes with a pick, and I'm gonna play a part where I play single notes fingerstyle. And I'm gonna do it all with a small diaphragm condenser mic and with a large diaphragm condenser mic, and then we can hear what the differences are. So I'm curious to find out what works best. Alright, so I just recorded the acoustic guitar parts, and as you can see here on the screen, I've layered them underneath each other. I tried to level match them a little bit, and yeah, let's just hear what they sound like at first. So I've got the small diaphragm strumming, the small diaphragm picking, small diaphragm with the finger picking, and the same for the large diaphragm. So yeah, let's just hear them side by side and see which one works best. I'll mute the rest of the track so that we can hear just the guitars. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so this is the small diaphragm strumming. I'm gonna put it on a loop here. Let's find out. Here we go. Oh, by the way, I recorded all the parts with the same distance on the same position. So if you were to record with just one mic, I just put it on the 12th fret of the guitar, about 10 centimeters, 15 centimeters away from the guitar, and I tried to maintain that distance and position throughout all the recordings. Alright, so small strumming, here we go, and then I'm gonna switch over to the large diaphragm strumming. They definitely sound different, but let's just listen to that one more time to identify. Alright, yeah, so I'm definitely hearing a big difference. So the large diaphragm definitely has more low end to it, and the small diaphragm, it sounds a little bit more defined in the mids, in the upper mid range, and that's where the large diaphragm seems to lack a little bit, or it seems to have a dip. So it has the low end and it has the sparkly top end, but not as much definition as the small diaphragm. But we definitely miss the low end like this on the small diaphragm. So let's check it out one more time. Alright, both useful sounds. Let's see what's happening with the picking of the strings. So with the pick. Alright, so I think I still hear the same thing, but because the sound is a little bit thinner, I think I prefer the large diaphragm mic in this case. Let's see, one more time. Both cool sounds, both cool sounds. Alright, and for the finger picking, here we go. liked. Both totally different sounds. Which one do you guys like? Let me know in the comments. I think they're both cool and you could use them in different or for different purposes. So if it was for a strumming part, let's say a strumming part. Here we go. Both cool sounds. I think it depends. If there was a bass guitar in the production, maybe I think I would go for the small diaphragm because it's a little bit more defined in the mid area. But if there's no bass guitar and you're just recording an acoustic guitar and a vocal track, I think the large diaphragm could help a little bit with adding a little bit of the low end in. So I can turn on the vocals on this. So I'll just put on the lead vocal as if it were just a songwriter thing type kind of music thing.
I should probably turn off my phone. I should quit while I'm ahead. I should probably turn off my phone.
Yeah, so definitely depends where you're going for. Both work. I think if there was a bass, I would do the small diaphragm. If there was no bass, like for now, I would choose the large diaphragm. But let's go to the other part where it's just playing with the pick, but single note. Yeah, I think I've got my mind made up. In a song like this, if it was just acoustic guitar and a vocal, I would choose the large diaphragm because I think it sounds really good. I think it sounds a little bit more defined in the low end if you're not playing like full chords, but just picking one string at a time. But as for the small diaphragm, I think I would use that in a little bit of a bigger sounding production because all the low end that's in the large diaphragm, you don't really need that if it's a guitar part in a big production and you just wanted to poke through, then the small diaphragm would be great. And it's for the finger picking. Tough one. Both great sounds, I think. Yeah, definitely depends on what kind of vibe you're going for. If you're going for a singer-songwriter kind of vibe and you want to have that low end, and I think that's basically it. Do you want low end or not? If you want low end, you should definitely go with the large diaphragm because it adds way more low end and way more body to it. But I think the small diaphragm sounds a little bit more defined in the mid area, in the upper mids and the high frequencies. I think that's because of the smaller diaphragm. It's able to pick up a lot more of the small details in the higher frequencies. So yeah, it's a good comparison right now. I think this definitely clarifies something for me and I think it will help me a lot with choosing the right mic for the right part. And I hope it helps for you too. So I hope this video is helpful for you. I definitely learned something today. Please do let me know in the comments what you think. Which mic sounds best for what? Would love to hear your opinion and I will see you guys in the next video.